What do we have here?
Oh, yeah. So that's Marietta. It's Zinfandel from California. It's 14.8%. So it's going to get you there really quick. It's yummy. It's like black currant, juicy, fruit forward, high alcohol, but really delicious. And it's perfect for winter.
So this is going to be a good podcast. That's
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. What's going on, Opecast? It's Brad and STL, and today I have a special guest, Mykel McIntosh of Videira Wine Bar right there in Midtown. You have one of the hottest spots in St. Louis, and literally everyone I know, they're going there, they're tagging it, they're sharing it on social. So for those who don't know you, let's dive into Mykel.
I came from Illinois, been in the industry since 2012. Decided to open up a wine bar, right after COVID, which is probably not the smartest idea. It worked out really well.
You said you're from the Illinois side.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Illinois did you grow up in? And then like growing up, were you always like, I'm from St. Louis?
Oh, yeah, I did. I used to say that. But I was from Fairview, and then my family kind of moved around that area a bit. So like O'Fallon, and then we finally, like my dad lived in Swansea, went to school at McKendree in Lebanon, Illinois, kind of closer to like O'Fallon, or Scott's Air Force Base.
Was that for your undergrad?
Yeah.
When was that? Was that during college or after college?
That was during college that I worked with Chef Jack. So that was my first industry job at Soho Restaurant and Lounge in Tower Grove. That was fun. That was a really, really fun job. But I started off as a hostess because I knew nothing about serving or bartending, anything.
So is that kind of like the thing? Like if you don't know anything, you got to start off there or the dishwasher, and you're like, I'll do that one. Yeah.
So host, and then I started serving, which was really stressful. I ended up hating it. I was like, this is so stupid. I'm like, why am I doing all this work? People treat me like trash. But I learned how to work the industry, really well after that, and, take it with a grain of salt. Like if people complain or, are treating you like crap, it's fine. But I learned a lot.
That was obviously before COVID.
Yeah,
right?
That was in 2012. And I was at Soho.
People would just come in and they're rude, or they're just expectations?
Expectations weren't super high, but it's just we had some really difficult customers.
They just like expected the most out of you each and every time.
They did. But I learned a lot.
You learn how to deal with people because it's like
really fast too.
It's interesting because someone could be there like about to, I don't know, get proposed to or whatever, like first date, very excited, nice person. Literally right behind them is like unfortunately the worst customer ever. Like, how did you learn to balance the two? Like you can't be frustrated here and then you go over here in this cute couple, like you're giving them that negative energy.
Oh yeah, you got to keep that at the door.
Yeah.
How
do you all balance that?
Oh, it's just knowing that it's all over at the end of the night. Like you got to make sure that they're coming there for experience, and you got to give them that experience. And, even if they're having a bad day, you got to put a smile on their face no matter what. Even if they're being difficult, you got to turn that around for them,
Because like to some people, they may go in there very frustrated and they're expecting you to make them happy.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Which is interesting. And
I know.
They all have, like, everyone has a different level of that. Like, you may say hi to someone and that makes their day, and others, it's you taking 3 minutes to have a conversation over, I don't know, at that time, the Cardinals or something.
Yeah. No, that's it. Even like, I always say like the bartender is like your therapist, but people will come in there groggy or, upset, and they're just looking to talk to someone, and the bar is like
therapeutic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Same thing with like servers, or, somebody's coming in for bottle service. They're like, they might
a Super Bowl.
Yeah. They want to pop some bottles. You know, that's going to make their day.
Do you come from a family of entrepreneurs or people that are in the industry?
I do. So my uncle, he owned a nightclub, but that was a long time ago. It was called Club LA East. And that was actually in East St. Louis, downtown East St. Louis. That was a whole different thing.
Realm,
yeah.
Did he share stories? Or?
He did. He was telling me he used to get stuff from the hill and cook pizzas and pasta. And then it was like kind of like a lounge in a way. And, you know, they'll turn into like a nightclub at night.
Yeah.
And our family had a couple of pizzerias and convenience stores. So I learned a little bit from them, but, you know, wine bar scene is totally different.
How did you get into wine? Like, what sparked your interest?
Oh, yeah. So just going out, you know, going to eat or, you know, trying different restaurants and seeing how the wine complements the food and asking the right questions. Because, I mean, you want to know, like, why should I try this wine with this food? Like, why does it go well with it? And why does it work so well? And, you know, COVID hit, so restaurants were closed. So I took it upon myself, obviously, to learn all these crazy recipes. But I was like, let me start buying some wine. I ended up getting a wine cooler and I was like, let me stock up.
How big of a wine cooler?
It's not that big. It's like, I don't know. It's like the size of me. It's,
okay.
It's
a good, like a five
foot wine cooler.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't like the mini fridge over there.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But yeah, I would, start, you know, buying a bunch of wine and kind of like researching stuff myself. And then, you know, during COVID, everyone was doing these podcasts. So they were doing podcasts about wine or alcohol, cocktails, and restaurants were doing like small wine, you know, dinners. So I would like sign up for that during COVID. And that's kind of like really what sparked my interest. Even though I was in the industry, it just, I don't know, it grew with COVID. You know, everyone found a hobby, and that was my hobby.
To those listening,
alcohol.
This is mine.
And wine.
Yeah. Well, it's like with wine, you know, in our culture, it was non-existent. And I feel like in the last few years, it's really been embraced. And for me, like I'm big into the NBA. And so seeing people like Carmelo Anthony, CJ McCollum, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, all these people, you know, talking about it. James Harden has his own wine.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, we're often forgot about.
Oh, yeah.
And so like, I think that's remarkable that, you know, you had this interest and then wine bar, like how was that process?
Oh, man. I was thinking about it for a while.
Like before COVID?
Before COVID.
Okay.
I just always said, I was like, if I was going to own anything, I would do a wine bar. I was like, that is my vibe. Like still being in the industry, but something kind of low key, really sexy, you know, for grown-ups, you know, but I just wanted like a wine shop, not a wine bar. Cause I didn't think, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have the guts to really, you know, I was like, I don't know if I can actually run a big like bar.
Did the mic pick that up? Oh, okay. That's the clip. Bam.
The mic also picked up that first pop whenever you opened it.
Did it?
It was so crisp.
Oh,
I like stopped.
But you wanted to like create an element. You wanted it to be an experience.
Oh yeah, I wanted to. It's something that I enjoy, and for some reason, I'm not trying to say that I have like low self-esteem, but I was very shy at thinking that my ideas would work.
It's a cold world out here.
It is.
People will tell you every reason it won't work before they say.
I had a lot of that.
So how did you overcome that and get that that courage and that confidence to be like, okay, cool, you think like that, there's a market.
Disconnect, and you just have to be like, okay, well, we're done. You're not on my level right now. I'm like, I would rather not have any friends, which right now, I'm cut myself off from so many people based on that, even my family. Like my dad, I stopped talking to him because I was like, okay. He's like, why are you doing this? You could be doing a sports bar with wings and this and that. I'm like, well, that's your idea of what you want to do and what you want for a bar, but that's not mine.
Facts,
my dad he didn't even know that I was into wine or, he didn't even know that I could create something like this. So he's kind of like, wow, you did this. This is nice.
Have you been like, hey, check out this article?
I know. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Has he been to the Videira?
Yeah. And every time he comes, he's like, he comes on a pack night. So he's just like, you doing it, baby girl? He's like, this is nice. He was like, but you still should have some chicken wings, though. I'm like, no.
Nah.
We're not doing that here, Dad.
Does he know Chef Jack?
He does.
Okay, just be like,
yeah, you can get that over there. I got, she's gonna have the food. Oh man, phenomenal food.
We're gonna dive into that spot because I literally just came from there, and that's, we'll talk about that. We're gonna get into the like how you brought this vision to life. You have the wine cooler.
Yeah,
you're learning about wines. Yeah. You're overcoming obstacles. When were you like, okay, I'm doing this?
Oh, so when I found out my mom had cancer during COVID, it's like COVID just, I don't know, it built up so much in me. Like, I don't know, motivation, trying new things, loss. Mm-hmm. But my mom, when she found out she had cancer, she worked her entire life. I mean, she worked her ass off. But she never got to fulfill the dreams that she wanted to do. And my mom, before she passed, she was like, if you're going to do anything, and if this is something you want to do, you need to go get it. You need to do this for yourself. Doesn't matter if it fails, at least you tried. Mm-hmm. So, she definitely pushed me to just go and, fulfill my dream, no matter what. I mean, I looked all over St. Louis. Like I looked in Lafayette Square, Clayton, Central West End, and I told her about the idea. I was like, well, I think I found a place. And that was like when she was in hospice and she was like, I think that'll work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In a really like raspy voice, she's like, it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll be fine. Yeah. And that, I don't know.
And then
to have her blessing.
Yeah. Like and her support, just like follow your dreams. Cause like as a parent, like that's
life
what you want to see.
Short. Life is short. And I found that out really quick. Yeah. Follow your dreams.
Are you technically in downtown West or Midtown?
So
I'm learning.
You know what's so weird? I feel like I'm in the in-between zone. I mean, they keep saying it's Midtown, but I still feel like I'm
separated by Jefferson, maybe.
Yeah.
Man, they make it confusing. I've lived in St. Louis forever, and then like I think it was like 2021, I would be like reading these articles, and it's like located in Fox Park is this beautiful restaurant. I was like, whoa, like what is that? And I look on the GPS, I was like, wait, when I was young, we didn't go there.
Oh yeah.
And there are like so many pockets still. I haven't been since I was a kid, but like there's like this new nice restaurant, and there's a lot of investment coming back into the city. But like, how did you choose Midtown? Because the soccer stadium wasn't even built. I think it was just a giant hole. Yeah.
So the developer who I worked with, he basically told me, he was like, this entire block, he owns most of Midtown, like on that Locust Street. Mm-hmm. The majority of those buildings for a while, but obviously COVID hit and, he couldn't go and
like all in
yet. Yeah, for sure. When he told me that all the developments were gonna happen, especially when I knew that Chef Jack was gonna be next door, I was like, okay.
That was a selling point.
Yeah, it was a selling point. I'm like, if she's gonna be there, I know it's gonna work. Mm-hmm. Because her food brings everybody and anybody. So I wanted to kind of jump on the opportunity, and also because the soccer stadium as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like down the street.
It's down the street.
I literally parked there before, like any of those businesses open, I park there for a game.
Mm-hmm. And we even get people from like the Fox Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we get people who come there before they go to the Fox or after they come from the Fox, which I'm really surprised by.
I feel like people like were looking for new, especially in like 2022, like trying to find a new routine instead of get off the highway, go straight to like a baseball game or hockey game, or go to the Fox and leave. They're like, let me explore.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of like what I do with social media is like try to get people out of the, hey, I get off the highway, I go here, and then I go home. It's like, no, like live.
I love that about you, though. It's like you learn so much, and a lot of people don't know that all these places and different experiences are out here, and you teaching people that is amazing.
Appreciate it.
We love that.
You know, if I'm going to go on vacation, I got to do something I can't do in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I saw something literally, I'm going to go on this trip here. I'm not going to say where, but I literally saw something. I was trying to go to Chicago probably in a few weeks by the time this comes out, and I was on the fence. And then there was another thing I saw on social media. I was like, I've been wanting to do this for like months. I'm going to go to this city and do it. It'll be on my page when it happens. But
Okay, I'm
it's
excited.
like, it's a cool experience. And that's what people want. And like, how did you go about like creating that experience from the black and white photos? It's like a very like sexy atmosphere. Like most places I just show up as Brad and I'm wearing some jeans. But like when I walk in there, sometimes I'm like, oh dang, I'm a little underdressed.
No.
Like,
and I think that's where everyone they tend to get confused by the concept a little bit. Is that a lot of people expect me to take reservations. They want to dress up. I mean, it's like I want to be seen.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just come as you are. It's a casual place. But I think it's decorated, and it's, I mean, from the lighting to the pictures and everything, people are like, no, I need to take these pictures, and I need to dress like this and, eat like this. Like, no, it's a casual neighborhood wine bar. It's just, that's the way I decorate, I guess.
Yeah, no, it looks good. And
it's very confusing with some people just don't know the vibe.
And I think it could be intimidating for people sometimes too. Like, just even with wine, like myself, I was like, oh, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm intimidated. And like my whole thing with Brad and STL is like, go into something like you don't know much about. And I have shown up in like jeans and a t-shirt. So like, I appreciate that. But like some places in St. Louis, you show up in like jeans and t-shirts.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You get all the stares. And first off, I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's because I'm tall. If I'm getting stares, or people know who I am. But it's like, dang, maybe I'm underdressed. But like there, I feel comfortable.
Yeah. No. We don't care what you have on, to be honest. We're just like, come as you are. And also, you shouldn't be intimidated coming into Videira because
good vibes,
and everyone's learning, right when you get there. If you have any questions, then we'll answer them. And then plus the way that I designed the wine list, I made it where it's approachable. And we also have half of the wine list that is like Sami, like.
What's the difference of approachable to the Sami side?
So some of the approachable wines are like, very like the main varietals.
Like a Chardonnay,
Malbec, Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet. But then you start getting into like the Sami wines where you're starting to blend and mix things together.
Okay.
Or go into like Mencia. Mencia is a little bit lighter. It's a lighter body than a Pinot Noir, but it comes from Spain. And a lot of people don't know about that because they're like, I love Pinot Noir. I'm like, you might like this. Try this. It's something a little bit different. They have it and they're like, oh my gosh, I am a Mencia drinker now. I'm like, oh, yep, I turned you.
I come up. There we go. Just walk in. Can I have my Mencia?
Oh, Mencia.
I don't know if I had that one, so
I gave you a lot of different things.
Well,
you probably have.
My mom. No, I'm just kidding. No, every time I go there, I'm like, oh man, like I've been able to try so many different wines like that's kind of like my favorite thing is like when I go to a place and I'm just like, whatever you think I should have, because otherwise I go and I go and like order whatever I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I always try to
I
like,
do that too.
hey, what should I order here?
Or even if I can't pronounce it, like
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
still cannot pronounce half of the wines that we carry, or if a distributor or supplier comes in, I'm like, how do you say this again? And it's okay. And
Because
they
it's from all over the world.
oh yeah, and I'm just like, am I saying this right? Or I've never seen this wine before. Can you educate me on it?
There's
and
so many wine bottles.
Oh yeah. I am constantly learning. And I
Yeah.
think that is what people love about us and love about me, is that I'm learning with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know everything, and I don't like, showing off that I know this wine and you should know it too. Like, no, I'm learning right along with you.
Yeah. It goes back to taking that intimidation factor out.
Oh, take it away. Oh yeah. It should be fun.
No, that's what I love about it. Because like I'll go to some places and I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce this,
Oh yeah.
And so like that's when I like do music as the voiceover if I don't know how to pronounce something.
Yeah.
Because people be roasting me, man. Whew. They be coming after me. Nah, it's
Sorry.
no, it's all good. I'm willing to take the hits. It's it works. Man, I'm feeling the wine. Some good stuff here.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Now, like when it came to, we're gonna go back to designing the place. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there are photos of Marilyn Monroe, Stevie Wonder. They're black and white. What went into selecting the black and white decor?
Oh yeah.
As well as each artist that's up there.
Okay. So my mom, she was into black and white movies. That's like all she would look at. So I felt like I should have some type of tribute in a way for her. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do black and white photos. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do black and white photos. I went through a couple of ideas. I was like, oh, I'm going to do like some pictures of like Goodfellas in black and white, or the Three Stooges, and I'm like, this is not working well.
Yeah.
Trying to find the photo. So I went more for like a Studio 54 vibe, and some older actors like Sammy Davis Jr.
Yep.
or Frank Sinatra, Marilyn. And then I even put some up of like young Janet. I was like,
Hey.
throw that up there because that's my girl.
Yeah, she's coming back to St. Louis this summer, right?
Is she?
Yeah, with Nelly.
Oh, nice. See, now I need to do that.
That's all the way out in was that Maryland Heights, I think? All the way out there. All the way. But I'll make the trip and go see it.
That's a whole journey.
Yeah. When they were downtown, though, it was Ludacris and Janet Jackson. And I was like, the day of, I was like, should I go check out the show? And I looked online. I found like floor seats for $60.
Oh, nice.
And I couldn't talk myself out of it. I asked my wife, I was like, hey, you want to go? She's like, no. I'm like, I think I'm going to just pop in there. So I like watched it, and Ludacris, put on a hell of a show. And then Janet Jackson did a great job, and like she killed it. I say great, like she put on a hell of a show. She killed it.
Yes.
She is like 56 and she dances for 2 hours.
I don't know. I can't dance for 15 minutes, and
Same.
I'm taking my shoes off.
I'm going to the chiropractor the next
I
day.
know.
And she's going on tour again.
Yeah.
Like absolute queen.
The goat.
Yes, the goat.
The true goat.
Her and like Tina Turner, like real goats.
Oh, yeah.
Like I saw this video of like Tina Turner on almost like a runway, but like she's over like 50,000 or she's over thousands of people in heels with like almost like, I don't think she has, what's that called? The ropes and stuff. The harness. She doesn't have a harness. And she's like literally walking like 30 feet over the crowd.
Nope.
I'm like, man, that's before OSHA in the arts industry. Like,
Oh, man. I couldn't do it.
do you need some more wine? Or?
Always.
Now, how has it been tasting wines? Like, what's the secret to that?
Oh, man. So to be honest, when I started out, I had no clue what I was looking for. I'm like, okay, what do I want to bring to the table? Like, what would I like to have on my bottle list or my wine list? So I was just, when I was tasting wine, I was drinking it. Like
Like grape juice? That's how I see
where
it.
I did not know how to properly taste wine. Now I know. I'm like, you don't have to drink everything that they give you. You can spit it out.
Okay.
It's okay. But the way that I go about it, I just go with my gut and what I like. Because I'm finding out when I choose stuff that I enjoy, it works. And my customers love it. And when I'm behind the wine that I'm selling, it works better.
Yeah, like people
I
trust
can't.
you.
Yeah, it's like I do choose like drier stuff, at points because that's what my customer base wants. But I still have some say so in what
Is it like a time of year kind of thing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, at the moment, people like more fuller body wine, so I try to offer that, or like oaky shards instead of like stainless steel shards. But I still enjoy stainless steel Chardonnays over oaky buttery Chardonnays, so I still offer that as well. So I
Yeah.
offer everything.
Do you do tastings?
I used to on Thursdays. I've been switching it up, but I think I'm gonna bring it back very soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you have like happy hour specials too?
Oh yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
Oh yeah. 4 to 7, $6 glasses of wine, where you can actually taste some good wine for $6.
Yeah, you can't get that everywhere
Oh no, you cannot,
or anywhere.
because now in the industry, everyone's charging you an arm and a leg for glasses of wine, like $19 for a glass, and I'm just like,
And ain't gotta be like that.
not everyone's trying to break the bank to have a good glass.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like one of my buddies, like his dad, what do you tell? He like drinks his wine cooler is probably like the size of this. It's like a cellar.
Really?
Yeah, I've only
I'm
seen
trying to get
photos.
to that level.
You'll get there. Like, but it's like I loved his take on it because he's like, you know what, Braden? I've had $4 bottles of wine, and I've had bottles of wine worth thousands of dollars from what people would be like, oh, this is the best of the best. And he's like,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't matter. He's like, it's up to your palate, like whether you like it or you don't.
Yep.
And he was like, it's always funny when people act too like pretentious. I can never say that word. I said that word correct? Pretentious?
Pretentious.
Yeah, pretentious.
You got it.
Yep. Bam. Confidence.
Yes.
Wine. Bam. But he's like, it's always funny when people will act like they're better than someone else because of the type of wine or give me the best. And it's like, he's like, nah, I have it all. What's the difference between the lists?
Glass pour list is just by the glass, and then the bottle list, I mean, it'll just be
The bottle. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but I do have like Napa cabs and stuff from Napa. I just was trying to explain that to him, but apparently I was trying to explain to him that every wine bar is different.
Yep.
And here we do not offer that.
Gotta have my Napa.
I gotta have my
Because-
Napa. And if you don't have it, he's like, I am not coming back here. I'm like, "Duh,
It's not for you.
you
know?
can't satisfy everyone.
I mean, when I used to watch the Travel Channel back in 2009, it was, Napa Valley and Cedar Point in Ohio for roller coasters.
Yeah.
So person's probably stuck on that.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, like, there's so many places that have great wine. It's not just Napa. It's just, people are getting stuck on like the New World wine, and the New World wine was Napa Valley. You gotta get it from there. California. It's high alcohol. Fruit forward. That's what we like. So they like Caymus, Caymus is good. But it used to be extremely good years ago, but it's not as great as it used to be. It's really mass produced, but you can find the same thing, I mean, for less at a better price, and it's not mass produced, and it's quality wine like this one.
Which I'm enjoying.
I know, it's delicious.
In preparation for this interview, I bought like 3 different bottles of wine, a red, a white, and then it was some sweet one from St. James because I wanted to bring up the Missouri wines, and it was just very sweet. What was it called? Sweet Vine or something. It was just literally so sweet. I couldn't.
Oh yeah.
I know there are people that love that, so I'm not gonna knock
people
it.
who love that stuff. I'm not a big fan. And I hate that I'm like that.
But it's your palate. Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah. But I would never tell people not to go. I feel like if you're going to go, definitely drink the wine, you know, ask questions, and it's a beautiful scenery. Now,
do you ever see yourself owning a winery?
Oh, no.
No. You're like,
I'll
okay.
be honest, no. No, I would love to work with someone, you know, probably like going there, maybe possibly having like a bottle if one day.
Like a white label, private label.
Yeah. But
the actual.
It is too much work.
Yeah.
That goes into owning a winery, man, and a lot of education that you need as well, and a lot of manpower and time. And I'm like, ain't
nobody got time for that.
No, and money, cash flow.
How do I don't want to beat around the bush, but like, you know, like being like a Black woman, it's like you're overcoming so many more obstacles. You're in business, you're in St. Louis, and then you're going up against like a predominantly white male industry.
Oh yeah.
So like, how has it been like navigating through all of that?
Oh man, it's been rough. It's been so rough. I think it's, first of all, when you're going into it, people are just really surprised that you're even considering doing anything in the wine industry, because they don't consider us to even drink wine or fine wine. They think that, you know, we're doing the same old things, drinking whatever we see, sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Probably Hennessy and this and that, but no, we're
drinking wine.
Yeah, we're drinking wine.
Yeah.
We're drinking wine, we're educated, and we're coming hard. And it's like, you better watch out because we have something to prove. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we're taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
And we're not beating around the bush with it, which a lot of people are starting to kind of take notice of. Like Alicia Blackwell, I know of her. I've met her maybe like once or twice, but she's one of the top sommeliers in St. Louis, and she is a Black woman.
Yep.
She is the advanced sommelier of Madrina, and people do not play with her. Oh yeah,
she's awesome.
Oh, she is awesome, and they look up to her. But she had to prove that she was meant to be at that table, and that's what I'm fighting for as well. That I'm a wine bar. I'm working hard, and I'm trying to tell them that I have a great selection, and it's not any foo-foo stuff.
Yep. Because it's like, even with what I do here in St. Louis and just America overall, it's like the margin of error is so small. Like there's almost like no room for error. So you always gotta like we know, but it's like, it's hard to put in words, but it's like our margin of error is so small.
It is.
But she was there at Cinder House. So every time like my wife and I would go, she was there, and I haven't been to Madrina's yet, but that's on my list.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed. Like I've had several people from different restaurants and wine bars who come to Videira, and I feel like they try to find every little thing wrong. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you guys do a lot of things wrong, but it's people look past that, but when it comes to me, I'm noticing that they're pointing out every single detail, which makes me even want to work harder to like
what you're going to find today.
What are you going to find today? I know that I'm not perfect, but it's like, wow, you guys are really coming for me and coming for me hard.
Yeah. But it's really cool to see like how the city and everyone's just rallying behind you.
Oh, the support is insane.
Because you're you. Like when you walk in the door, like first time we met, it was like, we just clicked. Like, I think good people like just connect like that. You're not trying to be something you're not.
Oh yeah, I'm not. That's one thing. I'm not trying to be anyone else but myself. And it's not other people picking out my wines for me. It is my vision and what I like.
I've been there for some. Yep, I've witnessed that.
And and I feel like a lot of people think like, oh, she has some puppet in the bag who's like picking everything out for her. She didn't make this menu. And when I tell them that, because once like I work every day, So I'm always assisting the servers and the bartenders. And it's so funny. Like I'll overhear people talking. They're like, I wonder who owns this place. This place is really nice. Oh my God. And I'm just walking around.
You want to be like, it's mine. But
no, I'm like super silent. And then, you know, they'll say, oh, she's the owner. Oh, we thought she was just like the assistant. You right. I'm the assistant. Oh yeah. But
welcome.
that's
No,
I
feel
just
that.
I don't know. And they're just really surprised. But at the same time, that's when they're like, let me give you advice. I'm like, would you do that with someone else? But once they find out I'm the owner, I'm like, oh, they always want to give me some type of advice, or I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing good without your advice. But I don't think
Thanks.
they would. Yeah.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it is really cool because you never know who's looking up to you. And I'm sure there are people that are looking up to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like whether they say it or not, you're on to big things.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary to think about that.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of pressure, but you know, you're gonna have those bad days where you're just done. Like I don't want you to ever be like that because I love going there, but it's like just as people, we have those days where we're just done.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like we just remember our why.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Why are we doing this?
And then you gotta push through it.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, the negativity is gonna always be louder than the positivity. Like 20 people are gonna say the bad things that's going on, but then you're gonna have 5,000 people come through that are having a great time, telling their friends. So we see you guys. We know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, what does the future hold for you? Like hopes, dreams, aspirations.
I was honestly thinking about another location, but that's like
A few years down the road.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I should like say yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you know someone will listen to this because they're curious, and then they open up a location.
People are like coming for me hard, so I don't want to.
Oh, I feel that.
I'm scared to even.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are already coming in there checking out the decor and stuff and writing stuff down and leaving. I'm like, what's going on?
Hey, at the end of the day, people are coming for you. So
yeah,
and it's a great vibe, but it's like. And the thing I love about it is like when I walk in, I'm just immersed. I feel like I forget I'm in St. Louis. I mean, like even in the Lou, feels like I'm in a whole nother city. And then it's like the last time I went, I looked out the window, it was snowing, and I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this is a vibe.
That was a really good night.
It was crowded there too. I think it was a Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Now on the podcast, before we usually in this, we go over dinner guests join you, let's just say for a glass of wine. Who would they be and why?
Oh man, definitely my mom. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. She probably would give me a headache because she'll be like, well, need to be doing this. But yeah, I need that advice. Like sometimes I'm like, I'll sit down, I'm like, I just need someone to yell at me and get me like, you know,
direction.
Yeah, just some direction, because right now sometimes I'm feel a little lost.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it day by day, but if she was around, she'll get me together. The next person would be Sarah Pierre. She's in Atlanta, but she owns 3 Parks Wine.
I think I've heard about her.
Yeah, she's been on everything from Wine Enthusiast, different like food and wine, but she owns like a wine shop. She's a Black woman. Black-owned business in Atlanta, but she has taken off and she works hard. And if I could ever have a conversation with her and how she built an empire, like I need that.
Have you shot her a DM yet?
I probably should.
Just do it.
I feel
you
like
see the random stuff I do on social media.
Really?
That's all because social media.
I'm gonna do that because
you have nothing to lose.
No, yeah, I need that. I need to get some info out of her.
Yeah, the community aspect.
Yeah, for sure. And the next person would be my sister, because me and my sister have not talked since I opened. It's been crazy. Once again, COVID or just start a new business, the
mindset focus.
Siblings. I would love for us to rekindle things. So hopefully she sees this and
come grab a glass of wine.
Come on in, girl. I mean,
hopefully she's at least keeping up, and if she watches this, she'll stop by, grab a glass of wine one day.
I'm hoping.
Now, words of wisdom, whether it's someone that wants to do what you're doing or just someone that could be going through a tough time, if you have any words of wisdom, what would they be?
I would say, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and, man, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. I know it's like such a cliche, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the first step is to actually get out there and doing it. And then once it happens, I don't know, it's like surreal. You're like, man, I did that. It can happen to anybody. I mean, it happened to me. I honestly, 3 years ago, I was digging in my car for change to pay for my rent. Okay. No, maybe like 4 years ago, but almost went on welfare. Like, I was struggling out here because like my son's father is not in the picture. So, single mom. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Shout out to you.
That is the truth. Okay. Yeah. Like, digging in my car for change. And I found a lot of change and I took it to Walmart and put it in the Coinstar.
Hey.
Okay. All right. I had to make that rent.
Yeah.
But no, seriously. Anybody.
Like, y'all got it in you. Man, that's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm motivated right now.
Oh, yeah. I can get anyone motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you should, like, one day when you open up that second location, you have some of your motivational, like, quotes along.
Oh, yeah.
But no, like, that's very inspiring because it's like you're chasing your dreams and you're able to, and I appreciate you taking time to share that side of it because a lot of people don't.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard. It's hard when you have that vision and it's like, you're executing, which is huge. You're getting the support, and it's like sooner or later, like even with stuff I do, there are people I haven't spoken to in years.
Oh yeah, it's always the people closest to you, and it hurts.
I was gonna say I'm the type of person they're like, oh man, you're always busy, love to hang out. And I'm like, actually, most things I go to, I have an extra ticket, or I have an extra seat if you want to come to a restaurant with me. And then it's quiet for a second. Like, they don't realize that.
I know.
And it's like, you have a spot where if I haven't spoken to you for years, I can literally just act like I didn't know it was yours. Like, pop in like, oh, hey.
I had that. A cousin of mine who I haven't talked to in years. In middle school, I don't know if Catherine's ever going to hear this because she knows. Gave her some old chocolate. Got in trouble and I got suspended because I found it was in the lab. Really old chocolate.
Oh.
I don't know. Me and her just stopped talking. But it was just weird for years. But she came in recently, last week and the week before that, and we just hugged it out. And she was like, haven't talked to you. I just want to support you. Stuff like that.
I love to hear that.
I don't know. Come on, Videira, bringing back relationships.
Hey. Yeah, have you had an engagement there yet?
No.
Not yet.
No, well, I mean, I had engagement photos.
Okay, I've seen those.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing is Foodie Friday.
Okay.
3 or 4 places in town that you just absolutely love, know. No ill will towards anyone that doesn't make the list. But, like, what are your go-tos?
So I love Fraser's. That is my place. I just love those cocktails. Those cocktails are
Who goes there?
Yes. Oh my God. It's just like, what is going on? I love them.
Yeah.
Every single cocktail. I mean, the food hits every time. I mean, I only get like certain stuff. I mean, I'm not saying everything hits, but I mean, those apps are perfect. The cocktails are perfect. And the bartenders treat you like family.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Good vibes. Yeah. And like, I always meet a different friend from the bar there.
Yeah.
So I love it. One of my like hidden gems is Everest Cafe in Tower Grove. I always go during the buffet hours. But it's Nepalese, Korean, and Indian food.
Okay.
But their food is banging. Like, it's amazing.
Okay.
They've been there for years.
They're on my list now.
Yeah. I think it's like 12 something to 15 for the buffet.
In 2024?
Yes.
Oh man.
and it's delicious.
Okay.
Really good. The other two are gonna be really hard.
If you're not having a
So-
drink at your spot, where are you going?
Oh,
Besides
for
Fraser's.
drink, besides Fraser's, to have a good time. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I still like go to Brennan's. I mean, I know it's like, once again, it's like one of those places that everyone goes to, but I mean, like, late night spot. I mean, it helped us out during COVID and after COVID. It was one of those places that stayed open till like 1:30 no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like always open,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always a good vibe.
Elevated experience, Central West End.
Yeah, it's like, why not go?
Yeah.
It's like I'm just gonna end up there. Yeah. And a place that's not open yet, that it's gonna open is Nexus. That is gonna be my favorite place. Yeah, I gotta holler out, you know, Chef Jack. I know that's gonna be my favorite place. And I'm gonna go there probably every day.
Every day. You're gonna have
Every
to tell
day.
me what
I'm
to
right
order.
there. I'm gonna go around the corner and just, or through the back.
Through the back, yeah, the VIP.
And get my plate or something.
Hey,
yeah.
what are you making today?
Yeah.
And then people can go there and then come visit you, and
yeah.
vice versa.
Yep.
Well, awesome. Well, how can people follow you?
Oh, yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Videira Wine Bar or Facebook. And you can also, I don't know, find me on my website too, VideiraWineShopandBar.net.
And if you're from St. Louis, it's Videira, as she said.
Videira.
You know how we talk.
And some people say Videiras, but it's okay.
At least it's like not Vidura. Well, awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, and cheers.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
I'll edit this part out because I can't remember the part. No, I was gonna say something, but it was like, damn it! I swear that's the wine. Like usually,
It's good, isn't it?
that's some good wine. Usually